pursued me, who drew me back to him again and again, desperate to set me free. I was so messed up, so broken, so damaged, and I willingly carried around my baggage, but in it all, he pursued me. See, my story is eventually one of light and grace, but it starts out in a darker place. In a car where when I was just 5, my friend's father opened my eyes to a world of sex and lust and pain, a place where I tried in vain to leave it all behind, but it followed me no matter how hard I tried. It followed me to a boy who said that he loved me, and in my own pain I believed that he did and that I needed to keep it, so I did what he asked, what he took, and gave in. I gave in to what I had always known, what I had already been shown. I ran until my lungs were sore, my feet bled and aching, but in it all, he pursued me. My story continues to a home of anger and hypocrisy where I went to a church but no one could see all the places that I was broken inside and all the times that I wanted to die. So I put on a smile and said I was fine, and even though some knew it was a lie, they never had the courage to find me and tell me that it would all be all right, that God was real and that he wasn't a farce. So I spiraled and I ran time and time again, falling back into old habits and picking up the poison I'd been given, and I willingly drank it all down, secretly hoping I would drown, but in it all, he pursued me. My story goes on to a girl who married a boy on a sunny day at the sea, and she laughed and she danced and she thought for sure she had finally been set free. They lived in happiness and had a child of their own, but something was wrong, and I should have known God would punish me for all my old sins, for all the lies that I had been living in, and the diagnosis came in and I'd never learned to swim, so I slowly swallowed water and silently drowned, but in it all, he pursued me. That child's diagnosis, it brought me to my knees, and I wrongly thought the story was over for me, but there was God who had been pursuing me, and it took bringing me to my knees to set me free. I felt so unworthy to stand before a God so holy, the creator of the universe who gave light to the stars. How could I come before him bearing such ugly scars? So broken, so twisted, so unloved, how could I ask for grace from God above? But in it all, he pursued me. I sat in a wasteland, dry bones littered the ground, and I saw nothing but lies from the enemy, and they abound. They tell me I'm nothing, I'm dirty, I'm too far gone, that I had been running for far too long. But your breath breathed life, and your hand reached deep, and it pulled me out of a pit and offered a love more abundantly than I could ever hope or imagine. A love so strong, it crossed every chasm. A love with no end, no strings, no boundaries. A love for this sinner, this mocker, this Pharisee. A love that shined light on every wound. It was a love that rose from the tomb to conquer every demon in hell and death. A love that swam to the deepest depth just to wrap your arms around me.
Yes.
In it all, he pursued me. He is reckless with his love, with his grace and his mercy. And every time I lift my face to see God, you smiling down on me, it reminds me who I am, reminds me whose I am. For you, God, are the great I am. From Earth's first spark, first moon, first light, you have been waiting and ready to fight for me and those you love, those who turn away and return to the muck and the mire and the sin, never thinking that we could be let back in. But in it all, he pursued me. My story went on to when I finally gave up, not even able to hold my head up. The weight of grief and betrayal and pain had led me to a desert place. But God ran in, offering a drink, offering to quench my thirst if I just believed. So I drank from his cup and I started life anew, a life that I never knew could be so full of truth and grace. And my story started over in a beautiful place because in it all, he pursued me. Jesus, let your reckless love surround us. Let us invite you in and give you our trust, because there's no rock stronger than you, no light brighter than you, no one who loves us more than you. We are a mosaic, a beautiful masterpiece carefully put together by the Creator, piece by piece. Maybe you are chipped or cracked or shattered completely, but the God above, he loves you so sweetly that he takes every misused part and every broken heart, and he loves the picture that he makes, because you see, there is no place that is too dirty or too dark that he can't see the perfect parts of what makes you only his, that he can't find where your path is. So we lift our hands in total abandon, giving over the weight of sin and death that holds captive every good thought and forward motion, because God's love is like a potion. It transforms, it transfixes every broken china doll, tearing down strongholds and well-built walls to offer grace and freedom to all those who will. Say, yes, Lord, I am ready to be healed. As we sing your praise, we let go of our past, every lie,